Hey guys, welcome to Red 50, and today I am very excited. So there's this drag strip not too far from me, has a test and tune today, and I figured I'd take my 2019 Mustang GT, just kind of see what it runs stock. Right now, in terms of mods, as you guys do know, I have a Corsa Catback, which doesn't really add much power, and I am not tuned, no headers, no nothing, just bone stock pretty much that you can kind of expect. I will be tuning the car and probably doing an E85 tune as well. So kind of curious how it's going to be. Honestly, like I said, it's my first time at the drag strip. I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping I can get at least 2 or 3 runs because for first run, given that I've never done this before, I'm probably going to just put it in sport mode, leave all the traction, everything on, just to kind of get a feel for it myself. And once I get comfortable, I do want to put it into drag mode or track mode, where it would turn off the traction control and probably give me a better time. So I'm really hoping that they'll give us at least a couple runs so I can get, you know, a little bit more experience with it. And of course, I'll be coming back here for more runs. All right, guys, so we just made it to the Mason-Dixon Dragway, and we're gonna go ahead. There's not that many people in right now, so hopefully it should be pretty quick to go through the registration, and we're gonna register the car. The run started at 11. We're right now, it's like 9:40, so we still got about an hour and a half, more or less. I know we have to go to the tech inspection and all of that, so that's going to take a little bit of time. So really excited, first time. I don't know. I mean, I've got new tires. I'm hoping traction is not going to be an issue, but I think they're still all season, so I don't know if I can just kind of floor it off the line and still get a decent time. So I'm going to have to kind of work with the throttle a little bit to really get an okay time. So we just got our tech inspection cleared up and we are ready to go. There's still some cars pulling in. As you can see, it's kind of empty right now, but a lot of cars are lined up at the gate and some are even lining up at the tech inspection right now. Every car here is a full-blown drag car. There's probably a handful of us with actually the regular street cars, so it's going to be interesting. We even have this crazy funny car as well. I'm really excited to see this thing run. Alright, so we're here and most of the cars are actually full-on hot rods. And we're like, there's only 5 or 6 street cars. I don't know if you can really hear me, but look at that. All of these cars are like fully built. It's like so loud. Literally every car here is a hot rod. There's only 6 or 7 street cars that we counted. So these cars are gonna go first, and then we're gonna be in lane 5 and 6 to go. Alright, I'm just about to go in and run the quarter mile. First run I'm gonna do very easily, and then after that I'm really gonna hammer it. I don't want any traction issues, so I'm just gonna play it solid. It's my first time ever, so play it very easy, and the next one I'll try to experiment with like drag mode and all of that stuff. So I just got back from the first run, and I'll tell you the time that I got. But basically I left in sport mode, so that means the traction control and everything was pretty much on, and I got 13.04 and I trapped about 113 miles per hour. So I think the trap speed could have been maybe a couple miles per hour more. The quarter mile time definitely needs more work, because in a perfect scenario I should be running low to mid 12s without a problem on a stock Coyote car. The reaction time was 2.26, which is pretty bad, I know. But yeah, so 13.04 is what I got, and I'm hoping we're gonna do a couple more runs. I'm hoping to break into 12s. Shouldn't be too bad because I'm pretty much 13 flat. So if I can get 12.5 by the end of the day today, I will be a happy camper. And I think to do that, what I'm gonna do for next run, I'm gonna try the drag mode and see how that does it, because I feel like drag mode, the traction control is still on, but it is set up for the drag racing. So I'm gonna try that, and hopefully I can break into mid 12, because I could definitely feel with the traction control on, there was some held back being done by the computer. So we just finished up doing 4 runs back to back in the Mustang, and I've got some exciting results to share with you guys. I'm just letting the car cool down a little bit before I head home and share basically all the passes I've got to do. I ended up running a lot more than expected, so overall it was a really good day. So we are back from the drag strip, and I ran more than expected. I actually got 9 runs in, and the times are all over the place. I'm really excited to share all of these time saves and also my personal best, which I feel like I could have still done a little bit better, but nonetheless, being the first time at the drag strip, I am very happy how the results turned out to be. So what worked out really good for me is that I actually got 5 runs in or so when they closed down, and I asked the guy, I see some cars making passes instead of like 20-30 plus cars. It was only 3-4 cars. And I was like, can I just still make passes? It was my first time. And he was like, yep, that's fine. Like, we're kind of closed down, but you can go ahead and, practice or whatever. So that helped out, because then I went back-to-back 4 runs. And that really helped kind of understand a little bit of traction and just kind of experimenting with different modes and not being too worried about the numbers I'm going to get. The best time I got was actually 12.74. I left it in track mode. left the car in drive, and just kind of went at it, just floored it from the start. And I feel like there was no traction issue on that one, and I feel like that was a really good run. I felt pretty confident. The trap speed and everything was pretty good. The only thing I wasn't doing was the burnout, so that should have probably helped if I was doing a burnout before the run, because I would have got some tires to be a little bit heated up. Probably allowed me to get 12.5 or so. I went in with the expectation to kind of run 12.5s, or I knew low 12 is what these cars run stock. But being my first time, I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere close to that. So 12.5 or so was what I was expecting. 12.7 isn't too bad. Would have hoped to be 12.5, 12.6. But none of those, it was a lot of fun. And if you're someone who hasn't done this and you live near a drag strip, I highly encourage you. It's the best way you can have legal fun, and you don't have to worry about going to Mexico to really enjoy your car a little bit. So I had 2 runs that went really bad, and the worst run I had was basically 14.4. But the best part about that was it was really, really fun. I got to get 9 runs in, and again, this is bone stock, so 12.7. If I was to do a burnout, get the tires heated up, maybe I would have done 12.5, 12.6. So I'm really excited to be, tuning this car. Maybe we'll do E85 tune and see what the car runs. I feel like I can get it to low 12s once I get more experience, once I get more seat time, and of course better traction. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really had so much fun going to the drag strip in my Mustang, and that was, I think the whole experience of that is really nice. I'm excited to be taking the car back there. They don't do too many tests and tune. I think it's once every 5-6 weeks. So maybe I'll plan for a tune before I revisit, because right now if I go, I doubt I'll be, with more experience, I'll probably be able to run slightly better time, but it's not going to be much of a difference. So I'm just kind of, I think once I tune it, I can actually see the difference. So I'm going to tune it before I go back in, and hopefully we can run low 12s. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you haven't done so, make sure you are subscribed to Red 50 for more videos.